Hello everyone, it's Nona Grace, and I'm from Western New York. Today has been a beautiful day, but it's been a kind of a day that I should have a tape recorder so that every time I think of something I could just, you know how you dictate into the tape recorder what you're thinking at the moment, or you have a notepad in your pocket and you jot it down as you're walking through the day. Well, my day started out it's a Saturday for me, so I don't know what day it is for you, but when Saturdays roll in, I always go down early in the morning, and I bring my husband some coffee, and we sit and we talk for about maybe an hour, just up in our room. And I had said to him, I says, there's a study that says that couples don't talk more than so many minutes a day. And I said, I don't think that's the case with us, because we seem to talk a lot, even in the evening. But on Saturday and Sunday mornings especially, I always bring coffee up to him. And it's so easy to get his coffee because he just drinks it black. Before I went on keto, I had sugar in my coffee, and he used to make it for me sometimes, but he used to make it too sweet. But now it's easier for him too, because all I need is a little bit of almond milk put into my coffee, and so it's a lot easier. But anyways, we did our little talking upstairs, and a lot of things run through my head while we're talking. And I said, oh, that would have made a good video, but to say it again, you lose the effect of it, and I can't remember what I said now. Then later, when we came downstairs, he wanted to go to we have land that is about 3 miles from us. We kept my parents' land. We sold the house, but we kept the land because, it was sentimental, and we didn't want to give it up. At one time, we were thinking of dividing it among different ones in the family, but I was going to get the swamp land, and I didn't think I really wanted just the swamp land. So it's like I got a bridge to sell you, and I was like, I've got swampland to sell you, and no, I didn't want it. So we decided that everybody would use the land, and so we have like a 90 or 99 year agreement that we actually went to the lawyers and had drawn up, so that each of us, there's 6 kids, each of us is to help pay the taxes on the property. Now, you can't build on this property, and it doesn't have any electric. We can use the wood on it for our own personal purposes. We can use the land for our own personal purposes. If you were to grow something and sell it, then you would divide the money among the people that own the land. It has to be done like that. You cannot sell the wood that's in there. There's a lot of locust trees and other kind of trees. We don't want a trucking company to come through, or a tree company to come through and destroy the land. If you want to cut wood for your own wood stove, then you can do that. Or you just take some of the broken down trees that have fallen, and it helps clear the land. And he's home. It's about time. Hi. He's been gone since, oh my goodness, 9 o'clock, and it's now 6:30. It's a long day of brush chopping. How'd you do? Okay?
Very good. Not done yet.
Not done. I didn't think it would be done. There's a lot there. I think it's 27 acres that the land is, and he's clearing where he makes paths so that people can walk it if they want to. Our family can walk it, and we have a picnic area. I went down there today and walked the creek a little bit, and my nephew was down there with his son enjoying the land. And I said when Jim and I were walking down in, I says, I didn't appreciate this land when this land was clear. Now it is so overgrown. When we had it used to be berry fields and gardens and the grape vineyard. Well, the grape vineyard is gone because my father took the wires off, and then he had to pull the posts, because as long as the posts were there, his taxes were higher. As soon as the posts came out, It was no longer considered a working vineyard, even though there was no grapes in it. And the berry fields have all grown over, and everything is grown up to where it's quite grown. It's like a nice big woods now with a lot of wild creatures, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, there's creatures. He saw creatures. Nothing dangerous, just creatures. So, but the thing I was going at, I don't even know if I went there or not because I get distracted so easily, is that we don't appreciate what we had when we had it. And like with when I was living at home with my parents, I really wish I would have had a video camera at that time, because the way my parents were living is the way a lot of you that are homesteading want to live and try to manage your families and live off the land. Well, my parents tried to do that too. It was a small operation. They only had 27 acres, and it was my dad, and we had we had a cow and a couple calves and a pig and a goat and chickens and I don't know what all, and cats and dogs. But he found that trying to farm, he always was running short, so he ended up having to get a job that was away from the home. And I remember him coming in at 8 o'clock in the morning and would say to me, "Are you going to sleep the whole day away?" Well, I was just talking to my husband this morning. As you get older, you seem to wake up earlier. And so he was probably up at 5:30, 6 o'clock at the latest. And to wait for me to wake up for 8 o'clock was probably like waiting an eternity. What he needed is I needed to go out to help him in the field. He needed someone to drive the tractor so that he could horse hoe the berries, or he could pound posts on the grapes, because we didn't have a post pounder. He had to hand with the sledgehammer. And so there was a lot of hard work that had to be done. Well, I don't know where I'm going with all this, but I think I've talked long enough. If I talk anymore, my mind starts to really wander. So I'll say goodbye, and I'll talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye.